Hi, I'm Terry Olson, owner and vice president at OE Construction.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Merlowski, chief estimator at OE Construction. And we know dirt!
Today we are on a 6-acre site, which is the future home of townhouses. We will have 6 separate buildings along with 2 separate garages. So some of you may be asking, how did we even get here? Well, first starts out with an owner, and that owner buys the property. Then he or she needs to find a general contractor that will build on the site. And that general contractor searches out all of the subcontractors to perform specific scopes of work. Us, for example, are here to perform site grading. We will also perform foundation excavation and backfill, as well as installing underground utilities, which is water, sanitary sewer, and storm. So we were fortunately the winner of this project on the site grading portion. And in order to become that winner, you have to bid the project. And in bidding the project, you have to figure out how many cubic yards of material you are moving. How many cubic yards of material do you need to import or export? Meaning bring into the site, or it has to leave the site. This site here is a 12,000 cubic yard import. At the time in bidding, the import price ran us approximately $13 a cubic yard. $13 a cubic yard at 12,000 yard import is going to cost us $156,000 just for the import alone. You also have to factor in your cuts and fills. How the equipment we pick for the site is going to move these cuts and fills, and how long is it going to take us. We will have to bring in 12,000 cubic yards of material to get the buildings up to grade. However, at this time, before we can bring in that soil, we need to do an over-excavation below the building pads. And that is what we are doing right now. Over-excavation basically means we need to dig up the soil of the earth, properly moisture condition it, and get it back to compaction before the foundations of the building can go in. So with this being a 6-acre site and 6 separate buildings and 2 parking garages, it's going to take us approximately 10 days to over-ex and recompact these soils to make sure we have a good, stable foundation for a building to be built on. So some of you may be asking, why the water? Well, in order to get compaction in the soil here in Colorado, you need to add a lot of water. It's the only way you are going to get the proper compaction for the material. So when we first got on this site, the topography, or shall I say the existing surface, rolled. It was all over the place. And what we need to do is come in and put it to proper elevation for the building pads. And on this site here, every single building pad has been built up or will be built up for proper drainage. And what we do is we'll come in with our machines and we will actually perform cut to fills. So with the existing site rolling, as you will, on the topography, we need to take those high areas and we need to cut them down or push them into the fill areas. So as of right now, you can tell our ground is not level. So this is a cut fill picture. It represents the soil that needs to be cut to proper elevation and the fills that need to be done to get up to elevation. On this cut fill picture, the red represents our cuts and the blue represents our fills. You'll see here, this is showing F1 plus 9.5. That represents, right there is a fill of 1 foot and 95 tenths. So currently, during our over excavation on the site, we are at building number 1, which is located right here. Building number 1.
This picture that we're holding up right now is really a two-dimensional view of the entire building site. And what you'll see are the buildings, the parking structures, even the roadways are illustrated with a top-down kind of illustration of where each building and structure will be located on the site. So in this example, building 1, as we pointed out at one point, is in this general vicinity on the map.
So you've probably driven past job sites before and seen sticks just sticking up out of the ground. Some of them may be painted, some of them may be their natural wood color. This is what they are. And I'm gonna let you know a little bit. Right here, they're talking, this is station number 3. The TBC stands for top back of curb. Here is a fill of 1.96 feet. Now what they do, the surveyor puts in an actual pin or a nail at this elevation, and from this elevation they are telling us we need to put dirt in of 1 foot 96 tenths to get to the proper elevation. So here we're going to have an up close look at a bucket of a 972 loader. This bucket here, this bucket will hold 6 cubic yards. This is a 5-gallon bucket. To equal 1 cubic yard of material, you will need 40 of these. This bucket holds 6 cubic yards. You will need 240